Welcome to 15-Minute Meals with David and Sherry Middleton and Middleton's All Natural Meats. Stay tuned today as we show you how you can prepare a nutritious, value-conscious meal for you and your family in less than 15 minutes and actually do it for less than it costs to eat at a fast food restaurant. Well, hello again from David and Sherry Middleton and Middleton's All Natural Meats. Today we're going to prepare a one skillet meal, and what we're going to be using is some of our all-natural pork broths. We have three different kinds of pork broths that we offer. We have a jalapeno cheese, which we're using today. We have a regular, and we have an apple. And we're going to be cutting up some different vegetables here, and I'm going to thaw these out in the microwave. First of all, I'm going to take them out of the plastic, which we make sure we don't want to use any plastic while we're microwaving. And Sherry's going to tell you about the vegetables that she's cutting up to put in this one skillet meal.
Okay, right now I'm chopping up the onion, and then we're going to also use a couple of tomatoes and peppers. I like to use a variety of colors just to make it very eye-appealing. And we're just going to put it all in the electric skillet and saute it.
We're just going to thaw those out for a little bit so we can get them ready to cook here. And one thing about the all-natural meats that we offer is we have no gluten, no MSG, no preservatives. It's pure young pork made right from the hogs that we raise on our farm that are all natural, and they're grown on only grass, grain, and sunshine. So that's probably got them thawed enough. I'm going to cut these pieces of our broths up into like 1-inch pieces, and we're going to saute those first before we add our vegetables. We're going to put a little bit of virgin olive oil in there to just give enough so that they don't stick. We've got our electric skillet set at 350. This is something that our family really enjoys, and you know, when you're rushing home from work and you've got to get to a ball practice or you've got to get back to school, or you know, in our life it never seems like we ever have enough time to eat, and we're always looking for a quick way to get something done. So we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. You know, this is a great summertime meal too, because you can go to the farmer's market and you can get all the different colored peppers, the heirloom peppers, the heirloom tomatoes, which are quite sensational when you compare them to what you get out of your regular grocery store. The flavor is so much more intense in these heirloom varieties. And you can always tweak this any way you want for what your family likes. This is kind of how we like it, and if you want to change something up in it, feel free to do it. There's nothing set in stone here. As we get these kind of browned up and we throw the vegetables in there, some other things you can add, you might want to make a salad to go with this. We just eat it with, we like to bake some bread at home and just have a home-baked loaf of bread and this, and we've got growing boys at home, and this seems to fill them up most of the time. What else you got to add there, Sherry?
Right now I'm working on a red pepper. We've already got our tomatoes chopped and our onions. Now I'm working on the red peppers, and then I've got a couple of green peppers to add in, and we'll be ready to add it to the sauteed broths.
I'll help you there a little bit. I'll take this yellow pepper here.
It's a great meal that's quick and easy to use, very flavorful and colorful. And it's really rather inexpensive, so you can have a nice warm meal very quickly, and that's very affordable. On the brats, you can use any of the three flavors. Some of ours, I don't like the apple, which gives it a little bit more of a sweet taste. Tonight we are using the jalapeno cheese, which is a little bit spicier. And then we just have our regular fresh brats, which has a little bit of spice to it, but not too much. Alright, looks like we're going to have a nice colorful dish here. squash is another favorite to add into this. We have a lot of customers that like to use squash in it. Let's see. We need to do green pepper here. How's that coming along, David?
It's getting there. I'm getting them browned up. Oh, it smells wonderful. The jalapeno flavor is just right. It's not too hot to really set you on fire, but you know there's some jalapeno in it. And you know, you may be wondering, well, how can I get these brats? Well, we're also on the web at middletonsallnaturalmeats.com. We have an order page there. We do national shipping, so you can email us with your order. Well, we ready to add some stuff?
I believe we are.
All right. Well,
We have some green pepper ready. Here's the yellow pepper, some tomato.
okay,
I'm still working on part of this green pepper, but we're about to get it. And you just want nice bite-sized pieces.
well, looks like we've got everything kind of thrown together here. Just want to show you real quickly how varied and just appetizing that looks.
Another variety you can add to this is you can serve it over noodles or rice if your family prefers, but it's not necessary. We usually just eat it plain along with a loaf of bread and butter.
Well, how long have we been so far, Sherry?
I think we're about 10 minutes.
So we're right on time to get that 15-minute meal for your family. Another few minutes here of, we don't want the vegetables to be burned up. We don't want them to be soggy. We still want some crispness in them so that you've got some texture in there along with your taste.
It's just about ready here.
You know, some of the questions we get from our customers are, what's the difference between supermarket meat and farmer's market meat or locally grown meat or all natural meat? What's some of the differences in it? Well, the way we raise our hogs and the genetics that we use makes a difference. We've got some old line genetics that I've worked with all my life. I started out in FFA in 1966. And these hogs have a little more fat in them. They don't have a lot of the production characteristics that modern day confinement hogs have. Ours are raised outside. They have a little different texture. There's more marbling in the meat, and so there's more flavor. It's kind of comparing the tomato out of your garden compared to the tomato that you buy at the grocery store in the middle of winter. There's that much difference in what you're finding. So one of the things that we always tell people is we don't use any antibiotics, hormones, or steroids, and we make all of our feed right there on the farm so that we know exactly what goes into each and every hog. We don't use any antibiotics. Our hogs are raised outside in a healthy atmosphere, and so there's no need to supplement and use all these prophylactic measures to keep our animals healthy. And that gives you a health benefit also, because we're not putting anything into your family that's going to cause problems down the road. You know, we don't know about resistant antibiotics. We don't know about a lot of the bacteria that are out there and what's going to happen in our environment. So if we can keep things as natural and as healthy as what we can, you know, things just work out better in life. So I think we're just about done over here. It looks like they're just about sauteed down to a point that where I like to eat. We've got a little bit of water coming through the bottom there for a little more liquid to keep them cooked in. So I think we're right on schedule here for our 15-minute meal. So, well, we've just completed our meal here. 15 minutes and it's done. And the cost of this, we just figured up with what we bought from the grocery store and the meat and all, and we got some whole wheat bread here. It's less than $2 a serving for your family. So this meal would serve about 8 people is what we've got here. We've got some friends that have come over today, and we want to give them a little sample of it and see what they think of it.
So what do we got here?
We've got peppers and onions and
Tomatoes,
some broths.
and jalapeno cheese.
Smells good. You gonna give him a plate or just have him eat off mine?
Well, he can have a plate too. Well, we sure do thank you for joining in today and seeing about our 15-minute meals with Middleton's All Natural Meats. Sue, Buck, what do you think?
Very good.
It don't get any better than this.
Well, till next time, folks, we'll see you all later. Bye.